Russian. 24.
The Irina that we see in the pilot is not the Irina that we see for the remainder of the series.
Signor.
Hello.
Come sta? This way. Excuse me.
I know there is something more intimate between you and her.
It's also interesting that the Irina in the pilot was blonde. Meanwhile, none of Tony's other goomars are blonde, with the exception of the young woman right before Valentina in season 4.
Alcohol consumption.
And, of course, the one time that he slept with Svetlana.
People are people.
You got every excuse to be in the bottle. And here you are, designing websites.
I don't think of it right away. There are worse things.
But I gotta go.
Irina's Rorschach test was...
What's that painting mean to you?
Nothing, it just reminds me of David Hockey.
How's my sweetheart?
I'm so pissed. I can hardly see.
It's my cousin, Svetlana.
Irina's cousin Svetlana sure is gonna piss her off again later down the line.
2 months, she's only in America, and she's already getting married. What do I have in my life? A prosthetic leg fell off in a Gap store, and he carries her out like a knight in a white satin armor.
So how's your job?
What? Just what do you care about my job?
Can I be nice?
Parents, both of them were alcoholics in Petrozavodsk. Horrible industrial city. The father died. Probably was good thing. Anyway, he was not working. He had to go to Kazakhstan to live with uncle. Rude, miserable man.
You keep mentioning your uncle. What seems to be the problem?
You may run North Jersey, but you don't run your Uncle Junior.
We learn a good deal of information here, just from Svetlana's conversation with Tony as they walk through the hall. Svetlana tells Tony about Irina's parents, her uncle, her origin story, essentially, and how she grew up, what her childhood looked like.
Poor creatures. Poor creatures.
Hey, what'd I tell you? He's gonna choke. They eat bread and corn and...
You know everything.
Just like Gloria's sort of a surrogate for Livia, I feel like Irina, in some ways, is a surrogate for Tony.
I think she's seriously depressed. What is that?
Chicken soup for the soul.
Should be tomato sauce for your ass. It's the Italian version.
There are actually various Chicken Soup for the Soul books. Some are for the kid's soul, the teenage soul, the adult soul. So I tried to see what it said on Irina's, but I couldn't tell if it said kids or if it just said Chicken Soup for the Soul. It's an interesting book choice. In terms of thinking of Irina, like in Tony's words, as a helpless baby, this book choice would kind of go towards that as well.
Tony, no, please, no!
But when Tony tries to end things with her, she drinks a quart of vodka and takes 20 halcyon pills and ends up in the hospital. In the past couple of videos I've done, I've talked about DNA, nature versus nurture, what impacts the way that someone turns out when they're an adult. How does their childhood impact their trajectory? So, let's look at Irina and Svetlana. Apparently they come from the same family. We know a little bit more about Irina's childhood than we do about Svetlana's, but it seems that the two of them, if we look at them right next to each other, one seems to have developed better ways of coping, managing, adjusting to life's stressors. We can see that very literally with her prosthetic leg. Later on in that episode, Tony tries to put it to bed by having Syl deliver Irina $75,000 cash.
Well, she's a sweet kid underneath it all, and I think she's seriously depressed.
He got the name of a colleague of Dr. Melfi's and suggested that she go see him, the psychiatrist. But wait, not so fast.
Lock me up?
Psychiatrist is very scary thing for Russian. Means being sent to Gulag. Political rehabilitation.
How have you been? Hello, Tony.
Doing here?
She brings old leg.
I'm getting married. Did you know?
You told me.
Don't see why we can't be friends.
Tony's actually with Irina and Svetlana when he remembers the events leading up to his first panic attack way back when he was a kid.
Southern California versus Notre Dame.
Tom, will you get that?
Hello.
Tony, it's me. Don't hang up.
Oh, you know you can answer this phone?
Oh, we know all about who can answer that phone. We'll see it for ourselves in a couple of seasons.
Please, you are so conceited. Do you really think I want to call you?
I think you're drinking and dialing. I can smell the vanilla Stoli from here.
Hello? Who's calling?
This is Mrs. Washington from the high school for little Anthony.
Mrs. Washington? From your son's school?
Tony, it's me. I'm sorry to call you. But my religious medal. I look everywhere and I think I lost it. I think it's on a Stugat.
All right.
Irina and I are seeing each other.
All right, take it easy. It's ancient history.
Still,
Zalman tells Tony that he gave Irina his card. She was having some issues with her landlord. It kind of makes me think of Carmela when she's sorting through her cards and deciding who she's going to call. I picture Irina sort of looking through her little list of contacts. Well, can't call the mob boss, so okay. What about this assemblyman guy?
Ronnie, I'll go make some lunch, some egg salad.
great. I still don't know what you expect me to do about it.
Oh, Ronnie, University of Michigan. Figure it out.
You are your own worst enemy.
Oh, is that right?
It's actually pretty much Tony's fault that things turned out as they did, in terms of leading up to this very moment where Carmela picks up the phone and hears Irina on the other line.
You got anything to drink?
Tony went to Zalman's house and beat him up.
The girls in New Jersey, you had to fuck this one?
Zalman feels humiliated and can no longer perform. He and Irina break up not so long after.
She's not there. She blames you for Ronnie Zalman. She felt weak in front of her.
Then, Tony sleeps with Irina's cousin, Svetlana. The nurse walks in on them.
Blanca, что здесь делаешь?
What you doing?
I didn't expect you so soon.
Then, Svetlana withholds money from the nurse.
Blanca, we had bad argument over FICA and federal withholding. I take from her paycheck.
So she tells Irina that she caught Tony with Svetlana. So you know what?
Is this Mrs. Soprano?
P.S. Thanks a lot, AJ. Why couldn't you have been like Liliana, intercepting the phone call rather than passing it on to your mom?
If it wasn't for his kids, you would be out on the street.
What do you want?
He's been sleeping with my cousin Svetlana.
I think because Tony thought of Irina in many ways as like a baby, a kid, I think that that's probably why he didn't seriously try to go after her or get back at her in any way after she called Carmela.
Yes, I'm a piece of shit. I'm a piece of shit which the world every morning strains and pushes out of its butt. So if you can, imagine where you're on the pecking order.
So, what do you think of Irina? I'd love to hear.
End of story.